Hey, my name's Ryan Oakley, and I'm rooted. I've pretty much grown up in Greensboro, North Carolina all my life. I was born in Los Angeles. We moved here when I was around 2, but pretty much know everything about Greensboro at this point. I studied at Wake. I did a double major in studio art and Spanish, as well as being a pre-med student. I'm currently working as a freelance artist and have done work for Amplifier Art, Pro Choice America, and Women's March. So I think what originally got me into drawing was just watching cartoons and trying to just draw SpongeBob or replicate those different characters like that, or even trying to draw Sailor Moon. I loved Sailor Moon when I was younger. And then eventually evolved into me getting different art books and trying to draw the face a lot better and understanding anatomy a lot more. I actually didn't take an art class until like my junior year of high school. So it was mostly self-taught until that point, and then decided to pursue it in college. So, yeah. I think it, for me, has been challenging because I personally have difficulty just putting myself out there, and that's what I'm working on and trying to do more, is just get out there. And that's why I'm like thankful for Jermaine, who's the manager at Acme Comics. He's been like really pushing me to put myself out there. I don't know, growing up, I feel like a lot of the artists were kind of like hidden gems, and I feel like there's still a lot of hidden gems here, and there in a way needs to be more, specifically in Greensboro, to showcase, those artists that are here. And Jermaine specifically, he's always trying to, connect artists and get them to hang out and make sure they stick together and do events and do things together. So I think it's growing in Greensboro for sure. But I definitely personally would like to check out more some of the different areas, especially Durham. So Acme is like one of the oldest comic book stores in Greensboro, and I used to go here and there in high school. I'd always liked comic book characters, but wasn't necessarily into like reading per se until like freshman year of high school. I like found out about Comic-Con. I was like, what is this? This is awesome. I've got to like find out more about it. And then I had been following artists more so than actually reading comic books as well. So one of my favorite artists, Adam Hughes, he was doing covers for Batgirl. They were rebooting a lot of the DC characters. They're doing the new 52. So I was like, yeah, I gotta like get all of his covers. I never got all of them. They were having a signing with the artist Sanford Green. It's like, I gotta meet him. He's here. That's awesome. And so we ended up chatting a lot, and I showed him some of my work, and he kind of challenged me to create some fan art of their main character for the book that they were publishing, and they ended up publishing it in a back issue of their comic book. And so from there, I've just been like kind of steamrolling and like kind of taking everything I can get, and kind of learning on my own, and just going in head first, trying to like create pages and sequential art and stuff like that. Right now I'm waitlisted at a school in Tennessee, which actually has like a huge music scene, and I'm not really sure about arts, specifically like visual arts, but I'm pretty sure it's probably pretty huge there as well. My granddad, who's in LA, he's always calling, telling like, you need to come to LA, like you need to be out here doing art, your art is awesome, like, and I'm sure they would allow me to live with them as I got started until I got on my feet. But that would be a huge commitment, and right now I'm still split between my two loves of medicine and art. And for me, it's been about do medicine while you can, because medicine's something that you can't necessarily go back and do later on in life. I mean, you can if you want to, but I can always do art. But medicine, in a way, there's some certain restraints and kind of like restrictions on time. So I'm all about, like, you know, doing what you want to do now, and then if you change your mind later, that's fine. I mean, like, we're living so much longer these days, and why not have multiple careers? So yeah, so I'm just trying to like figure out this transition that I'm in right now, and hopefully it turns into something great. And you know, I'm trying not to, like, you know, get so down on myself, because I think a lot of people can see and look at transitional phases as something negative when it's really just about growth. So yeah. For me, it's kind of like use the resources that you were surrounded with to create something in that environment and to make that environment better as well, and in a way to give back. I think that's what that means for me, for sure. I think a lot of people, like I said, I think a lot of people think about what they don't have instead of focusing on what they do have. And I think that speaks to that. Like, use the soil that you do have and create what you can from that. Yeah, and I like that. That's awesome for you.